Songa nyuma. Songa nyuma.
Unataka kwanza udashumuka, usipungia asitembee.
Tuna move.
Basi naomba nichukue nafasi hii nimkaribishe mwenzangu Willy Katana aweze kuendelea
kunipatia nafasi hii. Nitaomba basi niweze kupitisha matangazo mawili wadi kwa zile vikundi vyote viliweza kushinda. Baada ya hapo tutaenda mwenyekiti wa maonyesho ya kitaifa, wote wananchi, mabibi na mabwana, pamoja na Kamomo wa cha maonyesho.
Naibu wa Rais Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua, kwa heshima na taadhima kuu na kuomba ambao unaletwa kwetu na bendi ya Administration Police Band, ambao makao yao makuu ni kule sehemu General Anastas Kithuka, wakisaidiana na Chief Superintendent Ernestus Otieno, Inspector Silas Mutuma, Inspector Alois Malonza, Bandmaster akiwa ni Senior Sergeant Wilson Zenge. Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais,
mawaziri walioweza kuunganika nasi,
watatu katika mwendo wa kasi, Kidudu Mtu, Mwelekezi mkuu Drum Major Sergeant John Mutunga, na mwimbo wao wa tano kwa mwendo wa kinyonga Salome, harusi tunayo. Ya rumba
Thank you, Waziri. Please be seated. The Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture and Livestock Development, the Honorable Mithika Linturi, the Governor of Mombasa County, Sharif Nasil, Jr., members of Parliament and all political leaders, the ESK National Chairperson, Council members, live governors, exhibitors, ladies and gentlemen, hamjambo. Mombasa hoye. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to join you all for the 119th edition of the Mombasa ESK International Show. This is the first edition after a 3-year break brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. I commend the Agricultural Society of Kenya, ASK, for a successful return of trade fairs across the country. They provide a platform for exhibition, public education, and networking towards spurring development in agriculture, trade, and allied sectors. The theme for this trade fair, promoting innovation and technology in agriculture and trade, speaks to the heart of our administration on our resolve to build back better our economy. At the same time, I commend the progress on the Mombasa Showground Integrated Land Use Master Plan, which is 78% complete. Its completion will transform the Mkomani Showground into a all-year-round exhibition, conferencing, networking, learning, and recreational park. Out of this, the first phase of the 5-year development plan of the Mkomani Conferencing Exposition Center is expected to create 10,000 jobs, especially for our youth and innovators. Ladies and gentlemen and exhibitors, Kenya's economic growth has been heavily reliant on the agricultural sector. On average, the sector has contributed 25% directly to the GDP and 27% indirectly over the last 2 years. The sector remains central to rural economy, which is dominated by smallholder farmers who contribute about 80% of agricultural production while employing more than 40% of the total population and more than 70% of Kenya's rural population. The Kenya Kwanza government has prioritized agriculture as one of the 5 pillars of our economic recovery plan, alongside micro, small, and medium enterprises, housing and settlement, healthcare, and the digital superhighway, and the creative economy. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, Kenya and indeed the Horn of Africa are facing extraordinary food and nutritional situation due to prolonged drought. As we speak, over 4.3 million Kenyans are in need of food and water. We have lost 2.5 million hands of livestock. The numbers grow every minute, day by day. These are not mere numbers. They are lives and livelihoods. It is absurd that we are discussing food insecurity in the 21st century. But as a government, we'll see a different Kenya in the next few months. It is our commitment. Meanwhile, I appeal to all the county governments through the Council of Governors to moot a coordinated plan to supply food from the surplus producing counties to the affected regions. I also appeal to them to consider the lifting of the cess for food on transit to the affected zones affected by droughts. I wish to single out efforts made by the Kenya Private Sector Association, KEPSA, the Kenya Association of Manufacturers, CAM, the Kenya Red Cross, who are playing a key role in the distribution of relief food, development partners, and international humanitarian agencies, as well as Kenyans of goodwill in response to the drought situation. I call for proper utilization of the resources mobilized for this noble cause. Firm action will be taken against anyone who misappropriates the relief food and other resources for this very needed cause. Ladies and gentlemen, I am particularly concerned that despite the promising innovations from our young people, there is low youth participation in agriculture, inadequate integration of ICT, and low mechanization in production. That is why we are spearheading sustained agricultural reforms to accelerate integration of smart farming as conceived under the Kenya Kwanza plan. We do not want to produce for consumption only,